traders, welcome back here. In today's video, we'll be doing something very practical. I want to show you how to demystify this thing called SMT divergence. This guy, you see, SMT divergence, and I'm giving you this knowledge free because it's something people charge for. I'm giving you free, but because it is free doesn't mean it is useless. All right, so let me show you what exactly is SMT divergence. For those of you who have never heard of the word SMT divergence, it simply means smart money technique divergence. All right, so this is something the smart money use almost every day to take super precise trades. So let me show you how it works. And for those of you who have ever traded anything called divergence strategy or anything in the market, this concept is somehow similar to it, but this one is a bit advanced. In simple word, divergence simply means a crack in the correlation of two positively correlated assets or negatively correlated assets. For example, if I have this, let's say I have this guy right here. All right, this is two different assets. Let me make it very clear so you can see. Please be patient with me. I may be a little bit slow with this explanation, but then please be patient with me. Background, I'm gonna take it out, and then for the style, for the border, I want to keep it black so that it can come out clearly, perfectly. Are you now seeing it? I hope you can see it. Let me keep another one here. Beautiful. So let's call this asset 1 and 2, or we can call it asset A and B. Asset A, asset B. These are two different assets. So if asset 1 is supposed to be positively correlated to asset B, it's going to be like this. If asset A is going bullish, it's going to be like this. Then asset B is going to be exactly like that, because we said they are positively correlated. This is how it's going to be. For every movement asset A does, B will do the exact movement that A has done. So this is how it's supposed to be. And what do we have here? We have break of structure, break of structure, a break of structure. What are they? Positively correlated, mostly at the same time. Please pay attention to this in case you have never understood all the videos out there about SMT divergence. This is going to help you. All right, so this is it. You have all of it like that. All right, so if at any point we have a distortion or a crack in the correlation of A and B, it is a sign, it's one of the ways we know that the smart money are about to do something. Most of the time, there is nothing like 100% of the time, but at least 80% of the time this works. All right, please listen to me. 80% of the time this works, and if that is the case, then we need to take this serious. So at any point when we have asset A creating a break of structure on this recent price swing, then asset B could not break structure above here. Let me show you. And then this one decided to do like this, while this one could not go above. Now look at this. This asset A broke structure before retracing, while this guy had a failure swing. Do you see what happened now? This guy created a higher high, while this guy created what? A lower high rather. That is a divergence in the correlation. That is a crack in the correlation of these two assets. And it must be within a certain, or it must be at exactly the same time of that price action. So here is the secret. Please write it down if you have a book. Here's the secret. If you see this happens, most of the time, the one that created the breakout of this area is mostly the one that is lying. It is the one that is lying. It's not giving you the true price action. So instead of you to start panicking, this guy is simply going for liquidity. You now see, liquidity purge. Liquidity is going for liquidity because it will soon disappoint them. It will crash. While this one will continue from that one, we will take advantage of this guy. So what do? You will trade, or you will take a trade on the one that is lying. Or if it is an asset that you don't take trade on, you can simply take advantage of this because that is going to quickly run down. This one too will run down. That is SMT divergence in essence. So if you have two negatively correlated assets, they are going to do the exact opposite of what each of them are doing. Here, let me show you rather. So instead of going this way, this one will be negative, but is a correlation also, but negatively correlated. All right, so it's going to be like that. All right, so instead of these to create a lower low, it created what? A higher low. So here, this guy is doing the exact opposite. So it is that same pattern. Let me show you a price action happening right now, and then we will think of how to take the trade, because it is the most important thing, how to enter the trade. And if you are not staying to the end, I told you can skip the video, come and watch it later. But here it is. Let me show you. How many of you can see this price action here? Let me show you this guy. Just this price action. How many of you can see it? This place, this price action. Or if you want to get within a particular price action of that day, for example, this is the 1 hour time frame, I'll simply say settings, come to session breaks, click on it, and then it will help me see every single trading day. All right, these session breaks, this was yesterday, this is today. I hope you're seeing it. So look at what price did for DXY. That is the dollar index. That is the dollar index. The dollar index is negatively correlated with GBPUSD and EURUSD. So look at this. Price have created a low here. What are we supposed to have on GBPUSD? A high, because they are negatively correlated. So if I should activate double window here, let me show you. Let me go to GBPUSD. Beautiful. Are you now seeing it? Look at this. Yesterday we had a low on DXY and we had a high on GBPUSD. What are you seeing? If this was creating a high, this was supposed to create a low. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? This is SMT divergence here. Look at this. This is divergence. All right. This was supposed to create a low. It was supposed to go below here too. That was supposed to be the ideal price action on each point. But now I am seeing GBP is creating a high while DXY, that is the dollar index, is creating nothing. And it is at a significant point of interest, even though this fair value gap was mitigated once. the more reason why I am seeing SMT divergence was because I have, what do I have? I have this guy, vacuum block, new week opening gap. So if that was the case, there are so many things you have to bring into consideration in this. If that was the case, I have price to come here, and this guy was creating something else. I don't know what it was targeting above here anyway, but then I am seeing it pushing above. What it was targeting was, let's see, okay, all time it was targeting a bearish order block. This guy, let me show you, a bearish order block. More reason what I'm seeing happening here. So obviously, if price was targeting bearish order block, so which of them is lying? Which of them is lying? This one has broken. I said something actually. That's a break of structure. It targeted the all-time bearish order block. So this was a break of structure which price have actually traded, and we're expecting something to happen. So in this case, we are going to take sell on this guy because it is quickly going to align. It's going to go bearish. So this is SMT divergence. I am making this video at this is almost 10 a.m. New York time, 10 a.m. New York time, and subsequently, shortly later, we're going to have Forex Factory calendar. We're going to have FOMC today. Massive high impact news on the dollar. So the SMT divergence may be distorted because of the news, but this is what I am expecting. So for me to take a trade, I will show you an example actually. For me to take a trade here, I will have to wait for something called higher high formation. I need 3 candle price action. I need 3 candle price action to be able to take a trade with this simple concept. I need 1 candle, 2 candle, 3 candle, then I take sell. So I need just something like this to take a sell in this price action. And how do I take a sell? After I have seen 1, 2, 3. I've been trying to send it back just for you. So if price ended up doing like this and the third candle now closes below this guy, most of the time I am going to take my trade immediately. When the third candle finish printing, I will take a sell here, and my stop loss is gonna be here, just above this third candle, and my stop loss is going to be just above this third candle, and I will target the draw on liquidity here. So if I'm taking from here after this 3 candle formation, I'm going to take my profit, the draw on liquidity here. So that is SMT divergence. So we are having it now immediately. You can decide to do it even on the 15 minutes, since I'm looking at it on the 1 hour time frame. So the 15-minute time frame, after having 3 candle price action, we have 1, 2, 3. I want to see the third one, 1, 2, the third candle after it closes, I will take the sell. But if you want to be reserved, you can allow the 1 hour to give you the entry you are looking for, then you take the sell, because this is going to be corrected. You see how it is responding to this area, SMT divergence. So it's only gbpusd that has done this, while euro USD is still within the correlation. All right, no higher high. You see it? No higher high. So let me quickly show you something like that here. Now here is a very simple example I have seen. It happened on, this was on Wednesday. It was on Wednesday, not Friday anyway. I said Friday, but it was on Wednesday. So on the dollar, which is supposed to be negatively correlated with euro USD, because the dollar index is the benchmark asset for all the foreign currencies. So if the dollar is going bullish, it means euro USD EU is supposed to be bearish. All right, so the correlation is supposed to be negative for each of them. So if that was the case, let's see what happened this particular day. Price created a low at what time of the day? Let's put it correctly so that you can see this. This is just an example of how to take the entry. It was around 6:15. That was the low of the day. So let's mark out 6:15 here. This was 6:15. That was the low of the day here. This was the high of the day, because it's supposed to be like that. If the dollar is forming the low, euro USD is supposed to form high because it's negative correlated. So let's mark out that low. Here was the lowest area price went to that particular day. So we will not have problem again until when we have anything to go back to when we are dealing with that. So here too, we have what? It has this one. So what we saw happened later in the day at this exact time when price actually went above this area. It actually went above aggressively. Please don't forget that. We saw it pushed above it, and I told you every time you see this is happening, which of them is lying? This guy, the one that is breaking above, is the one that is lying. This is correct. So at this time of the day, what you need is a 3-candle price action. The moment you see this high, this is the 15-minute time frame anyway, you see 1, 2, 3 candles here. This is the entry. Let me show you. For those who are in my community have learned this properly, and I've talked about it severally. Look at this. It's actually a paid community where I mentor people. I give them my time, because of course I cannot give everybody my time. I try my best to show you, but if you need specialized time, we do meet 3 times in a week, and this is it, Elite Traders Program. The link is in the description of this video. You can pick up the Elite Traders Program, and we also have some specialized courses for synthetic index and then futures index. You can see the rating is 4.82. About 28 people have rated the mentorship. Is not a course, it's actually a mentorship, but for you to get access, you have to purchase this. All you have to do is to add to cart and then purchase it, and you will be in the mentorship community for 12 months. You will be mentored 3 times meeting in a week. And those of you who want to purchase with Naira, you can simply click on buy our course in Naira, then you will have access to buy it. It's quite easy. So the entry is here, 3 candles price action. We have 1, 2, the middle candle has the highest wick, I said 3. And which of them would you expect to take your trade from? The moment you see the 3rd candle closes, this guy. Alright, so which of them is 1? This is number 1, number 2, number 3. 3 candle price action. Most of the time you will be right up to 75 or 80% most of the time. If you have SMT divergence, I must mention that. So the moment this one closes, you're going to take your trade here, and your stop loss is where? Above the 3rd candle. But since you have a high here and it's very close, it's also wisdom if you can consider this high. Alright, if you can consider it. And how do you take profit? The draw on liquidity. Where is the draw on liquidity? This guy. That is how you take your profit. Boom. Alright, so that is how to trade SMT divergence. That is how the entry is supposed to be. So for today, we're going to watch it out, and I hope you will follow through this. Then you will see, and I hope you will follow through it. You see what I'm saying? The sell is going to come in massively. So this one is going to buy while this is going to sell. So I'm waiting for the 3rd candle. We have 1, 2. If this one closes as negative, I will take the sell into this area until if the news is going to distort this price action, but that's going to be a massive sell. Thank you very much guys for watching. This has taken a long time, but then you have gotten value. See you in my next video.